Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is RJ. So today we're dropping back in on Townstar Gala Games has just released their new updated version of Town Power, and we're going to see what it's all about, so keep watching. Okay, and welcome to another video. And remember, if this is your first time visiting my channel and you want to learn more about how to earn cryptocurrency for free, about cloud mining sites, crypto investments and lots of other crypto related stuff, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tag that notification bell so you're alerted to all my latest content as it comes online. Okay, so here we are in my Townstar account. And obviously the big thing that we're looking at today is Town Power. Now, in the last version of Town Power, there were certain things that I wasn't overly happy about, which obviously I aired in that video. And it was just simply, I just didn't think that the idea or how Gala expected Town Power to pan out or work, I just wasn't really convinced that it would actually work out in the way that they thought it would. Also, I did allude to the fact that, you know, Gala Games is a business. They have a business plan and they have an agenda. So, you know, the implementation of a lot of this stuff isn't always as it's portrayed. So obviously a lot of the times they'll get us as a community involved. They'll ask the question, we'll give them an answer. But the answer that we give them, or that the majority of the community give them, isn't always what they go by. And by saying that, what I'm trying to say is if they really want to implement something into their ecosystem, into a game or whatever, they are going to do it no matter what. Now, by saying that, I'm not bashing Gala. I'm not saying that Gala is a bad thing. I truly believe that if they follow through with the things that they're saying they're going to follow through with and how they want their platform to work, I believe that Gala Games is going to be massive. I think it will be really big. And so on that side, you know, I do think, you know, sticking with it and working with Gala is worthwhile. But at the same time, I also do think that like a lot of companies, is they lull us as members of a community into believing that we are part of those decisions when in certain circumstances we're not. And I just think you have to understand that, and I think you have to realize that, and that, like all companies as well, is that anything that they do is never going to be 100% what you expect it to be, and it's never going to be 100% in the favor of the community, because like I've just said, they are a business and they have to take care of themselves, because if they don't, their business will cease to exist. Okay, so here we are in my Gala Games account, or my Townstar account. And obviously the big update is the revision of Town Power, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. So if we just quickly jump over to the blog post. So this is the blog post. And if we scroll down, in fact, so obviously I will put a link to this in the description of the video if you want to check it all out. I'm just going to be quickly sort of skipping over various things, talking points which I feel are the most important ones that you guys need to know about. But if you want the full details and full things, just go and check it out in the description, and you can get obviously all the information there. Okay, so they say it's an update, but it's not really. They haven't actually changed anything about Town Power in itself. Town Power in itself will work exactly the same as it did in the original version. But what they have changed, which I do think this is a good step, And I think it's obviously come from a lot of backlash from the Gala community over what they were proposing. But I think it was more the way that they were implementing it. So what they've done now, if we scroll down, so it says here, the first sparks. So it says, the last thing we want is for people to feel left out. The initial proposal for Town Power, as well as the revision of Gala Power formula, clearly left a few people behind. To address this, we are instead introducing these changes gradually, not rushing any changes to economic systems. Will also help us maintain the agility to adapt to what we learn along the way and take in community feedback throughout the whole process. We will not be making adjustments to Gala Power formula at this time, but will begin to implement in Town Power. Now, Town Power was originally meant to be coming in April 5th, so I'm assuming it probably still is coming in April 5th. And what they're talking about when people feel left out is what I talked about in my original video. So in the original video, basically we looked at the Townstar calculator. So we're going to quickly look at that now. So this is the Town Power plus Gala Power calculator. So in the original video, so basically what we'd do with the calculator is you input how much Gala you're earning on a daily basis. So I'm earning 25 every day, and I'm earning that from 2 NFTs. And then basically you hit calculate, and it will tell you how much Town Coin you need to hold in your account to earn the maximum amount from your NFTs. But it also, in the original calculator, it told you how many Gala tokens you had to hold in your account. Now you'll notice it says Gala Power. So what that number there is not the amount of tokens required, but the level that is required, which is different. Because in the original calculator, I was told, or it showed, that I had to hold either 65 or 60 or 68, something like that, Town Coin. But it also showed that I had to hold 3,100 or 3,500 Gala tokens. Well, right at that time, and even now, I still only have 2,700 Gala tokens in my account, which probably meant, because I didn't have that 3,500 or whatever, that I would be dropped back down to level 1, and therefore would only earn from 1 NFT. And the thing is, which is I think probably griped a lot of people, and it really sort of got my back up, is that those Town Coins have not been easily earned. We have all sweated and put in a lot of time to earn those Gala tokens. You know, I'm talking, hours and hours on builds, optimizing builds, trying to get into that top 400, and then in the weekly competitions, leaving our computers on, flipping 24/7 or 5 days a week to compete in those competitions, to get into that top 400, to earn those Gala tokens, to get ourselves up to level 2, level 3. And then for this to suddenly come in and wipe that all out is very frustrating and very annoying. And it's good to see that Gala has taken that bit of a step back and not just gone, right, here's the implementation of Town Power. So you've got Gala Power, and we've separated the two. You've got Gala Power, you've got Town Power. That's it. Deal with it. Tough. We're moving on to the next thing. But like I mentioned earlier, Gala is a business, and they have a business plan and they have a clear agenda of when they want to put these things into play. And right now, obviously, they've realized that we aren't happy, but at the same time, they're not actually changing the structure of town power itself. All they are doing is delaying that inevitable split. So right now, sort of they're still sort of hand in hand, but as we progress down the line, the vision, as it were, for town power will come to light. The final vision for town power will come to light, and you will be in a situation where they are separate things. But right now, like I say, if we click here now, it shows that I only need to hold 64 town coin, which is only one or two different one what I originally had to hold. But like I say, rather than showing the token, so 3,100 or 3,500 Gala tokens I was being told I had to hold in the last version of this, it's now showing my Gala power level. So to earn from 2 NFTs, I have to be at level 2, and that is what it's showing right there. So Gala also go on to say town power will be introduced soon. So they say soon, so I'm going to make the assumption it's still coming on April 5th. We'll keep you updated on the exact timing as it approaches. Each day, your town power will be based on a snapshot of your total town in both your treasure chest and Ethereum inventory from the previous day. This means that your town power will only update once per day, and it will always be based on your inventory at the approximately at 11 p.m. UTC time the previous day, even if your balance changes throughout the day. So in the original video we did, something else that was picked up on, and something I picked up on, and I don't think there was ever an answer given, but in the original calculator it said something like this is essentially this is a calculation for your town power based on day 1. So a lot of people said, well, what is it on day 2, or what is it on day 3? Is it going to change every single day? Now, it can be taken in a couple of ways. One, it could be taken that as the amount of town coin you earn increases, so does the requirement of town power. But thinking on this, I think what it means, because they're saying right here that they take a snapshot of your inventory. So my guess is, if between that snapshot and the next day you buy an NFT, then the next day your town power will go up, or it would be to what it be, because it was snapshot the previous day. So then you'd change, so then you'd buy an NFT, so it would still be taken from the previous day, but then the day after that, when it saw that you'd got that NFT, or that NFT was registered, essentially, your town power would go up. So I don't think it has anything to do with the amount of town coin that you earn. I think it's all to do with, obviously, what you hold in your account. But when I say that, I mean the NFTs you hold, because essentially that's what this does. So, and it's so if I suddenly went up to level 3, yeah, I would then, if we go back to the calculator, I would then be earning from 3 NFTs. So I'm just thinking of the NFTs I hold. If I add another 11 to that, so that would take me to 36. And then I would put 3 there And then if we calculate again, right, so that's it. So my gala power changes because I'm at level 3. And my town coin required nearly doubles. It doesn't quite double, but it nearly doubles. So that's what I think that was. A lot of people, I think I even misunderstood it the way it was written on the original calculator. But reading how they've put it here, when they're basically saying that they take a snapshot of your inventory and then how much town power is required for you to hold to earn the maximum amount of town coin, is based on that snapshot. But like I say, it's not based on the gala that you hold or the town coin that you hold. It's based on the NFTs you hold, and also as well, I guess, your gala power, so your level. But yeah, and I think that's what it is. Which so if you hold right now, if you hold say 4 NFTs and you never ever buy any other NFTs, then you should be completely fine. It shouldn't ever change. It should never change. So, although it could do in the sense of if you sold an NFT and then you bought another one, but it was a much higher paying one, then your gala power. So if you, like I say, I hold a few NFTs right now. So if I never buy any other ones, and I just stick with all the NFTs I've got right now, my gala power will never ever, my town power will never ever change. Apart from as I move up through those gala. So say I've got 5 NFTs right now. The maximum I would pay, let's say, and then let's say, let's add another 9 to that. So what's that? That's 3 at the moment. So if I add an 8 to that, because that'd be my alpha fountain. So what's that? That'd go to 44, wouldn't it? 44 from, and then let's just make one up. So let's add another 6 to round it up to 50. So we've got 5. So, right. So what I'm trying to get at is that's 5 NFTs. I'm at level 5, yeah. If I never ever change those NFTs that I hold, then I'll only ever pay 194 town power, and that's all I'll ever earn. So I'll only ever earn 50 town coin per day. I'll always have to hold 194 town coin in my account, and obviously you've got to stay obviously your level could go up, because that would eventually be worked on how much gala tokens you hold in your account. So if you're playing the competition, you're winning and stuff like that, or you're earning gala tokens from that, your gala power would continue to increase, but your town power would not, because you're sticking with those NFTs and you're earning that 50 per day at level 5. But your gala power you could end up going to gala power 10, but you still only got 5 NFTs and you're earning 50. Therefore, your town power would stay the same. So now we've cleared that up for my brain. And I hope that was helpful for you guys as well. So, jeez. So finally it says here, as we discussed previously, your town power will determine your maximum town earnings, what we've just talked about, from the Daily Star Challenge. Your gala power will still indicate how many of your placed NFTs are eligible for earnings. Once the system is fully implemented, it should be overall easier to place more NFTs for most players, though some of the top town stars may find themselves needed to work a little harder to grow their town power in order to maximize their daily star challenges. So in other words, to basically earn the maximum they can. So let's have a quick look again at the the Gala calculator. So in the original AMA, and I did talk about this in the original video, Bitbender mentioned that some of the top players earning 18,000 town coin per day. Let's say they're earning that off 10 NFTs. Now, obviously, all that's going to change. Actually, it doesn't really matter, does it? Whether it's 10 or 5, because it's only going to change the level. That's all it's going to do. It's going to do nothing else. But it still is the same as it was. It's still 2,386,125 required. Now, my only sort of gripe with this, well, two sides to this, right? One is that those people with those really with large accounts, a lot of people refer to them as whales. They really essentially deserve what they have, because for two reasons. One, they either started playing in 2019, got very, very good at the game, placed very well in the competitions, and won large amounts of Gala tokens. From that, they were able to purchase some really good NFTs, which has put them in the position they are now. And that is fully warranted. They totally deserve that. Or people have rolled the dice, seen Gala platform, and thought, this is something I want to invest in, and invested large amounts into the platform, which personally I don't advise, but they have done that. And therefore, that has allowed them to purchase huge amounts of NFTs, or a lot of NFTs, which is, again, put them at that top level. And again, if they've risked that, you know, if they've been willing to roll the dice and risk that kind of money to get themselves up there, again, they deserve it. But this is the only thing that I think needs to change. And I don't know how it will change. I don't even know if it's possible to change because of obviously the way things work. It's the way the game works. And what to explain that is the fact now that Gala have said within the game that at least for the first competition coming back, and I really, really am crossed fingers for everyone out there, especially you guys with lower accounts, Gala have said for the first competition back, the top 1,000 players will earn Gala tokens from the competition. I really hope they stick with this. I think because from what I've seen, there seem to have been a lot of new people signing up to this because of this news. Because of this news of the top 1,000 are going to earn in the initial competition when it returns. I think if they then drop that back down to the top 400, I think it will be very disappointing. I think it will be massively disappointing for myself and for a lot of other players, and even players that have left and now looking to come back, because that's what I was talking about. You know, we spend hours playing the game. We spend hours planning builds, optimizing builds, you know, with the idea of winning Gala tokens in those competitions. Now, we haven't played a competition for a while. In the last few competitions, I have placed in that top 400. Who's to say I will come in the new competitions? Because obviously a lot of you out there have been working very hard and have probably got very good at this game. You know, I'm hoping I've done enough to stay up there, but we'll have to see. But, and that is great. Like I say, this top 1,000 is going to be absolutely brilliant for the game. But the thing that I'm finding that discourages most people, that literally they enter the competition, or even in the monthly, and the monthly doesn't really mean a lot, and the monthly is not very competitive, but you know, one of the things that you see when the server resets and there's the land rush, and then you'll go to the leaderboard. You're thinking you're doing really well. You've earned yourself something like about 500 to 1,000 stars. You think, yeah, flipping heck, this is going really well. Everything that I've practiced is working out. And then like I say, you go to the leaderboard. You look at the top 10, and you're there on your 1,000 stars, and the top person is at like 5,000 or 10,000 in the same amount of time. And this is what is discouraging a lot of people. This is what is basically getting people to walk away, and they're just thinking, why am I even bothering? I'm never going to get up to those levels. I'm always going to be down the bottom or whatever. And obviously, for a lot of people, well, that's the challenge. That is the challenge, is to try and get up to that top level. But the thing is with these people with these huge accounts, which, like I say, I have nothing against. But the problem is you've got the lower accounts, and that they might take, say, 5 or 6 steps forward, and they think, yeah, I'm doing really well. But then these people with these larger accounts are taking 10 steps forward, or and obviously the point of this whole town power, gala power, this thing that is being implemented, is to bring all that closer together. But the thing is I think it will bring it closer together if you look at the ecosystem. But I think where it's most important for it to bring closer together is in the competition, because, like I say, I think you're getting a lot of people that are very discouraged, just simply within the first hour, 2 hours of a competition, because they're just like, yeah, well, I'm not even going to bother. I've just spent 2 months practicing all my builds on the monthly, thought I was doing really well. I've come into the first weekly competition and I'm absolutely nowhere. So all that time has been completely wasted, and I'm just going to walk away from it. So I don't know if it's, is it possible to handicap the bigger accounts? Because at the end of the day, if you're good at the game, you're good at the game. There's no two ways about it. If you know how to play this game, you know how to build yourself a good build, a really good producing town. You're gonna, the old saying is the cream rises to the top. But what I'm trying to say is give the lower accounts, and I don't like to say the little guy or the little account, but the lower accounts, the people that have not honed their skills quite as much, give them that bit. Just give them that slight edge at the beginning. Just give them, so. Also as well, this is how you combat this whole thing with all the top spots going. You know what I mean? Is allow lower accounts to access the map earlier. So if you've got an account that is, you've got, say, I don't know, flipping 10 NFTs and everything else, and, you cannot, the counter won't allow you to access the map, say, let's say an hour. Give the lower accounts that hour before, so they're up and running, they're feeling good about themselves, and then allow, because that means that the lower accounts, you could do it, you could have lower, mid, high. So if you're in a lower account, you can access, as soon as that timer goes 0, you can access the map, yeah? The mid accounts, you can access the account half an hour after the lower accounts. And then the high accounts can access the map 1 hour after the everybody else. And the thing is I think that would actually make the whole competition more interesting. It would make it more challenging, and I think that could work. Because the thing is as well, is you've also got to realise is that if you do it every week, those lower accounts, because they might be placing higher, because they've been given that extra bit of time, their accounts then start building. They then start becoming mid accounts. And the mid accounts might start becoming slightly higher accounts. And then all the up and comers that are just joining the game, they're then classed as lower accounts. And then it all starts again. And you just sort of got this sort of everybody moving up. So everybody is moving up rather than people just staying stagnant because they just can't get that chance. They can't get a good spot. They can't get a two rivers. They can't get a mountain by a river, or they can't get a mountain by a forest, or whatever it is, because they're all being taken because this land rush is just so manic. And, we've got bots and scripts and God knows what grabbing the top places before anybody else anyway, a lot of the times. Stagger it. Because also if you stagger it, you're going to take the pressure off that flipping, that competition server. So like I say, yeah, for me, I think that would work. I think if you staggered the start, so the lower guys get first dibs, yeah, they don't have the experience, they probably don't have the NFTs, they don't have the skins, give them first dibs, because then that's going to give them a real good chance at getting somewhere. Then like I say, then have the mid people, they then get in next half an hour later, and then you got the top guys, they can get in next an hour later. And so they've got all the advantages, they've got the experience, they've got all the NFTs. So even if they end up in a forest, which is a minute or 2 minutes away from the nearest city, they're, without any rivers, they're probably still going to do better than those lower accounts, but it just evens things up. And I just think that would be a really, really good way of doing it. So, if Gala's out there listening to this, please listen to my suggestion, take it on board, see if it's viable, and give it a shot. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. I hope you found it helpful, fun, and informative. And if you like what I do, it would be absolutely amazing if you could subscribe to my Patreon and support my channel for as little as $1, which then helps me bring more content to you. And if you're interested in those earlier videos that I talked about, probably on your screen right now. So get clicking and get watching. And I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.